Hello, I'm Päivi Eerola, a visual artist and art teacher from Finland. And this time I want to talk about being gentle towards yourself and how you can embrace that by creating softer shapes, softer lines, softer hues. How visual softness can also reflect back and make you be more gentle towards yourself. This is something that I've been experiencing myself. I've always enjoyed softness, but especially when I've been painting old masters techniques, and these are techniques that painters from 15th, 16th and 17th century usually used. And if you look at those paintings, the paintings from that era, the paintings have some kind of gentleness built on them. So if you compare those paintings to the modern photos taken today, you see there's a huge difference between the blurriness and softness and kind of gentleness. But when I was painting my first paintings myself, I was surprised by the feeling that I got. And especially when I was painting my second painting, which is this one, a Gypsy Madonna, I call this. I've used old paintings as reference photos, so you might recognize Leonardo da Vinci's painting and then Boccaccino's painting Gypsy Girl. And while I was painting this painting, I was experiencing new kind of gentleness towards myself when I was trying to make as soft transitions as possible, like how the scarf slides into the darkness. Then I was also realizing that if I hold the brush really tightly and if I'm really perfectionist in terms of sharp lines and such, then it actually becomes more stiff and the process gets harder. So I tried to learn a way to hold a brush so that I would also load some gentleness towards myself and that I would fully enjoy and fully concentrate on the painting. I have started to wonder if there's a possibility to use these techniques when painting intuitively. And I've done quite a lot of experimenting lately. I want to show you how I create a simple painting, just a flower, a quick painting, just a flower, to where I haven't got any reference photos. I have worked intuitively and started with the softness and then just let the flower emerge there. As you can see, it also has sharp lines, but I've added them just in the last phase. So I didn't have my video recorder on all the time, but I will show you the beginning and then some details of this painting. The idea is to start with softness and then just add few sharp details. But more than just a technical performance or such, I want you to think about that. What you paint reflects back. If you can let go of some controlling lines and some sharp edges, then it can also be more pleasurable, the whole painting process. I think this is a painting technique where you can also experiment shapes, and the idea is to create as translucent layers as possible. And also let the layers dry before moving on. So maybe sometimes you just need to slow down a bit, wait for a layer to dry, and that can also be softness and gentleness. What I would like you to think is not about the mastery of painting. I would like you to think about the mastery of the process, of the emotion that you get while you paint. I strongly believe that that's also part of the expression, that you can recognize what you feel and that you can have an interaction between your brush and your thoughts.